All right, bye-bye. What's up, everybody? Good to be back from the Caribbean. I'm wearing a jacket. Can you believe that? I'm so cold. I like totally switched over to the Caribbean deal, and it is cold here. I was like, oh, I literally can't get warm. I'm cold right now in this jacket, so you guys don't understand. Anyways, good morning. Good morning. So let's get this party started, and we'll start with Alicia. Could always use a good mortgage update. Hey, V, Valerie, Dad, Gary, Fausto, Darcy, Adamar, everyone else. Great to have you here. But Alicia, how you doing today?
Absolutely amazing. I don't know if I'm buying a house right now, so I'm in escrow, probably going to close in the next 2 weeks. So I'm pretty excited. And I just got married.
Awesome.
Just got married.
What's weird is
Thursday.
I can hear you from another computer. I cannot hear you on mine. I can barely hear you from another computer, but I can hear you enough. Rob will come back in the room and save me any second. But well, congratulations. Very cool.
Thank you.
So what's going on in your life? Talk to us.
In my life, I just mentioned I got married last Thursday. So I just got married, I'm pregnant, and I'm buying a house. So a lot of magical things at one time. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Hold on. Buying a house, one of the major stresses in life. Getting married, the second major stress in life. Buying a home, having a baby, that's like that's like going to the store. That's not a big deal. 3, and then the only thing you got death and I think divorce is like you're like, I don't know, someone needs to get her some Advil or something. So
no, I'm not stressed. I'm doing good. I always joke and I say, God's leaving me little breadcrumbs because each thing that I'm going through, it's going extremely well. And so that tells me that he's behind this and, you know, he's backing these changes in my life because it's all going really well. Obviously rates couldn't be better. I locked my house at 2.25, 30-year fixed. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and it brings me to what I wanted to really share with everybody right now, because I know a lot of our buyers get nervous about the prices that are going up, but if anyone hasn't heard, they just increased the loan limits for conforming and FHA to $598,000. So what that means to you is your clients can get loans with no reserves required, which is no savings in the bank. And up to debt to income ratios of 56%. And you can do as low as 3% down up to 598. So it's very, very flexible.
Almost $600,000, 3% down. That's that thing.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And then one cool thing that's going on is when it comes to jumbos, jumbo loan is anything over 598. They're getting more flexible in their criteria, which you would think it would be the opposite with COVID, but no, they're now authorizing up to a 1-year verification of income instead of 2, where normally that's a conforming thing. Now they've stretched it out to apply it jumbo. So with a jumbo loan, as long as the client has 24 months of the monthly payment saved in an account, we just locked one at 2.75 on a jumbo. So those are really phenomenal rates for people borrowing up to $1.5 million in their loan amount. So they're getting more flexible. You can do 10% down on a jumbo with this flexible criteria of only 1-year income. Now they do want for self-employed, as an example, they want someone to be self-employed for 5 years. So they want you to have like an established history, but they'll let you get away with 1-year taxes up to 90%, which is really nice.
Hey, quick question for you before we go. In fact, before I do this, I do not want to forget. Happy birthday, Dad. It's my dad's birthday today. He is 85. Is that awesome?
Oh, wow.
85. Everyone wave at my dad. We love you, Dad. Happy birthday, Pops. You're just, that's awesome. Cannot wait to see you.
Hey, thanks you guys. Appreciate it.
85 and just doing so good, man. That's awesome. I love you, Dad. You're the best dad in the world. I'm so lucky to have you. Mom, I know she's there listening. Nah, not so much. I'm teasing, Mom. I love you. You're the best mom ever. I'm very fortunate to have good parents, but I got to tease you. That's what I do. So awesome. Okay, so back to Alicia. Real quick, don't BS us. I want, and there's an echo. I'm not sure why there's an echo, but don't BS us. Because a lot of the lenders, they'll say, yeah, no, rates are they're gonna go up. They could go up, they're gonna go up. It's that FOMO, fear of missing out, right? Where do you see rates going in your crystal ball? Then they always, oh, nobody knows, but they can go up. Well, honestly, I think they're gonna drop. I think this year they can go even lower. That's what I think. And I know lenders hate to say that because everyone wants to wait. So, but what do you think?
No, so I follow a really helpful site, and if you Google it, Daily Rate Lock Advisory, okay? I used to pay $700 a year for this, and then I Googled it one day. So you all can get it for free. Y'all can get it for free, but it tells you what's gonna happen or what the economists are predicting over the next 60 days. Because what I tell clients is nobody knows long-term what's gonna happen. Because anything can happen to make it jump up or down. Every year, historically, it's gonna go up so that it can come down to stimulate the economy, to make people take action, to make people move. If it stays low for too long, everybody, like you said, they'll wait. So they'll jump it up and bring it back down, and jump it up and bring it back down. So I expect it to move, but overall, I expect it to stay at the highest in the 3s over the next couple of years. I don't see it going up into the 4s or anything above that. So it's going to help us to get people into houses. Now, I do
want to anything in the 2s and 3s is just like
ridiculous.
Gift. It is a gift.
Yeah, if anything, there may be points charged for the rates, but that's it. So they're still going to give us access to these low rates. It may cost a client a point. The reason they're doing that is when you're in a market where rates are this low, clients are getting a mortgage and they're wanting to refinance 6 months later. So the banks are having to charge the client a point. So if they, one, to try to keep them in the loan for a minimum period to recoup the money they just spent, so hopefully 6 months to a year, but two, if that client does decide to refinance or pay the loan off, at least the bank was able to make some money and not lose their butt on it. So just expect that it's normal in this market now for clients to pay some points. But again, if they pay a point, they'll probably get down to 2.75 or get down to really low rates where at least it'll be worth it.
For most people, it's like $4,000. $400,000 loan, 4 or 5 grand for most average Sacramento person, probably $4,000, maybe less. So that's not bad.
The rates are predicted to stay down, which is nice.
There you go. Awesome. I just thought I'd put you on the spot.
I don't mind at all.
Does anybody have a question for Alicia? Valerie Jennings, Leah, welcome. Gary Ornsby, V, Darcy, Adamar, anybody, Fausto, anybody have a question for Alicia why we have her here? She is an expert lender. If you're not using her, you should have her in your phone on speed dial. Give out your number, Alicia. If you're taking notes, I want you guys to write down a number. She should be a weapon in your arsenal. What is your number?
916-256-6486.
Do we have a chat here? Can we put that in the chat? Is there a chat bar or no?
I just want to give you guys a quick idea of when I'm happy to help. An example, we just had a builder transaction that the loan officer denied the file at closing. When the client's expected to close within a week, they denied it. And it was all because the loan officer put the wrong job title on the application. So the underwriter felt like the two jobs weren't linked together, past employment with current. The most simplest minor adjustment, all I did was rename his job title and the loan just funded at Taylor Morrison. So if you get denied by a lender, by all means, and I won't try to steal the loan, I'll talk that loan officer through how to do it or give you suggestions on what to tell them to make it work. I'm just a really good loan technician and I like to help people. So if there's a way I can help you hold the deal together, I would love to give you that kind of input to help keep it together.
Now, you used to be Summit Funding, right?
I used to be Summit Funding. Now I'm cross
And
country.
what was your status there at Summit Funding? They were like, how many people work there? 100 people, 200 people? What is the?
There was 275 loan officers, and I was, I don't know, number one for like 5 years, but I was always in the top 10 the whole time I worked there. But now
There's a reason to all of you listening. There's a reason she was number one. She's creative. She thinks outside of the box. She's scrappy, hand-to-hand combat, thinks on her feet. You want her in your corner. Give out your number one more time. I want to make sure everyone got it.
916-256-6486.
Okay. And I
have a quick question.
Say something. Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to, how fast are you closing these deals? The conventional, FHA, veteran, VA.
So I'm doing
fast are you
30-day
closing?
locks because of Christmas right now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing my own personal transaction, and I'm about to try to close that sucker in 2 weeks. But again, that's because I was highly motivated. It's my deal. So you can close as quickly as you can get the docs from the client. So we've had them close as quickly as 10 days or 30 to 45 if it's like pulling teeth from the client. My suggestion, if you want a fast escrow, when your loan officer's pre-qualifying and getting all the docs from the client, back the loan officer. Say, hey, I know this seems like a lot of stuff when we're just house shopping, but the good news is we'll be able to write a really fast escrow and move really quickly. So if all the docs are in, the soonest you can close a loan is in 10 days. And now appraisals are getting caught up. For a minute, appraisals were taking 2 weeks. Now we just got my VA appraisal back in under 10 days. So
wow.
Yeah, so they're getting caught up again.
All right, great. Thank you.
That is awesome. Hey guys, make sure you mute your mics. If you're not on, please mute your mics so we don't get feedback. Thank you very much. So Alicia just brought up a great point. A lot of you agents, and I used to be one of those people, obviously I'm an agent, but like, well, the lender, that's the lender's job. No, it's not. It's your deal. They're funding the loan for your deal, but ride your clients like a cowboy or a cowgirl. You ride them into the chute, you ride them into the barn, you stay on them like tape on a Christmas present. You know, yes, it's not, well, it's their they don't know always, Alicia, they know you, and you need to be a little bossy. You're going to say, here's what's going to happen if you don't get pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, a copy of your tax returns, whatever it is Alicia needs. Yeah, Alicia, are they behaving? Alicia, every day you've got to be on it. Where are we at? Alicia, how they doing? Call them. Hey, have you given Alicia what she needs? Because what's going to happen is you're going to have to remove your loan contingency and you're not going to be ready. And then that $10,000 earnest money deposit is going to be at risk. So we need you to move. I need you to go. You got to be a little bossy. People are looking for leadership. You do it with a smile. Don't make me come over to your house. Don't make me, and I have fun with them. But you got to do something that works for you, but you need to be on this. I bought a building a couple of weeks ago. Some of you guys know that. Some of you don't. It's a 1.7 million. Barry's my commercial agent. He gets the whole commission. I'm not taking a referral fee. And then he has a small business SBA lender that he's connected to. And every day I'm like, did you call? What do you have? Blah, 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 blah. I'm on it. And then another thing, the number one complaint people have is I don't hear from my lender. I don't hear from my real estate agent. And I'm a buyer spending 1.7 million. What's happening with the appraisal? What's happening with the commercial building inspection? It's by the fountains. It's position A. What's happening with disclosures? Where are we at? How's the loan going? Are we on track? And I could tell you, you need to either call, email, or text every day. Anything you could think of. Communicate. Now, Barry's doing a good job. He's doing a very good job. You want to do a great job. You don't want to do good. You want to be over the top. Find things to tell your clients. The number one complaint that the public has about us is we haven't heard from my agent in a week. Haven't heard from my agent in 2 weeks. Man, you need a text. Hey, just letting you know, I'm working on this. I don't have anything to tell them. Hey, just to let you know, I'm checking with your lender. Hey, just to let you know, I'm working on the checking on that appraisal. That is like, they know something. Be a freak in a good way. Be freaky good. Be intense. Do you want to be awesome? Do you want to do something incredible? Man, come on. Get up early. You know what time I got up this morning? 3:30 a.m. Showered, ready to go, rocking at 4 a.m. You know why? Still on Caribbean time. It was 8 a.m. for me. I was like, woo, I'm jamming all morning. Yeah, it's like 10 o'clock. It's like 2 in the afternoon in Puerto Rico. I'm going to stay on Puerto Rico time. I'm ready for bed at 9 up in the morning. I'm getting so much done, but go, 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 boom, boom, boom. Communicate. Alicia, you were top one out of 278 loan officers. What is some of your mindset, tenacity, and focus that makes you, it's a competitive world. Listen, to be number one 5 years in a row, I want to hear from you some of your mindset towards doing that. What was it?
Okay, sure. So it's easy, to be honest with you. And what keeps it consistent is I fill out a form called Greatness Tracker, and I already uploaded it into your site. My husband sits right next to me all day, and poor thing, he has to hear me torture myself because I get anxiety if I don't fill out 20 talk tos a day. And so normal people can start with 10, just try to talk to 10 people a day about your business. I'm at 20 because I want to do 100 million in volume. I'm not okay with less. So I push at a higher level. But bottom line is I have a theme for Monday. I know who I'm calling. I have a theme for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So every day has a theme of who I'm talking to, and I talk to 20 people. So like right now, I'm calling all my clients CPAs. Hey, I'm super excited. They did a loan this year. I'm sending you the closing disclosure. Who do you refer your clients to? Now, a lot of people aren't doing stuff like that. All of you guys can call your clients CPAs. It's a great reason to call your clients. Hey, I'm looking for the best CPAs out there right now. I have a ton of clients who don't have it. Tax people, as we come up to this tax season, I need the best of the best. What would you rate your guy 1 through 10? So it's a great reason to call, wish your clients happy, holidays, get their CPAs information, find all the 10s, go sit down with these CPAs and see who they refer to, what realtor, right? So you always got to be thinking ahead. Like we have 12 million closing this month in volume at Christmas, and a lot of people are asleep at Christmas. But I know that if I don't end the year strong, I'm not going to start the year strong, right? So, and I'm hustling like a maniac in December while half of everybody's busy doing the holidays, because if I don't start January strong, that's not going to set my 2021 strong, right? So you really have to know this is a job. And your minimum duty is 10 talk tos a day minimum, right? If not 20. So that's what I would say keeps me consistent.
There you go. I heard a lot of hustle. I heard a lot of scrappy. I heard a lot of being creative, thinking on your feet. Don't let it happen till you make it happen. Don't wait for your ship to come into port. Go run and go off the end of that pier at about fast as you could run, dive in and swim out to it. Your ship's not coming in. Go ahead, Alicia. I can tell you want to say something.
I'm dying to give you guys a small nugget or hint. If you want your loans to go quickly, rather than when your lender says, well, I still don't have any docs, pushing your lender to give that pre-qual letter, which again will sabotage your escrow and make it slow. Instead, get really good at going to your client. Hey, don't waste your time looking for your paperwork. What's your CPA's number? Look, we can Google it right now, do a 3-way call. You'll have it in 5 minutes, right? They can log into the IRS website and print their entire tax history, their validations and everything in 5 minutes. There's much faster ways to get what they need rather than going and digging in a filing cabinet. Yep. That's the old way of life. That's not today.
Yep.
So it can go.
I want to bring John Jennings in on the point you just made. John Jennings, do we want a smooth real estate transaction that gives peace and joy and love to your heart and a nice check at the end? Or do we want all hell to break loose because the clients didn't get the documentation to the lender and the lender discovers in the midnight hour, that the 11th hour, that, oh crud, we got a major problem with this loan. Isn't that fun? John, I know you've done as many as 60 deals in a year personally. What is it like when you get a bad lender or a great lender with a bad client? You need a well-behaving client with a great lender. Do not settle for a good lender. good is the enemy of great. John, thoughts?
Absolutely. So actually, Valerie and I are dealing with this right now. We got a property in escrow. It was supposed to close 2 weeks ago. We can't get a hold of the lender. We can't get a hold of the agent. They're saying they can't get the last employment verification. And they're just not, we're calling title, we're calling escrow, we can't get anybody on the phone. And it's horrible. And then the client's mad at us because we don't have any updates. My favorite quote, and this is a quote that I've been running with the last week or so, is if the client's asking us a question, we failed because we did not anticipate their need. We did not communicate effectively as professionals. So if the client's asking you a question, just have the mindset you failed and try to figure out where you failed and how to tweak it and improve it for future.
We should make a list of things you should call your clients about, like the disclosures, the appraisal, the home inspection, the loan, the keys, the interest rate, how's their experience with the lender, blah, 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 blah. Make a list. Because some of you guys just, I don't know what to say, and to do that. One thing I want to say to all of you, you must fight for your lender. And if that's Alicia, and I hope it is, fight for Alicia. You cannot, oh no, we have somebody, we're good. They've done the last 5 loans. You know what? They may have been getting garbage service for the past 5 loans, whatever. Say, that's great. But here's the deal. I'm telling you right now, Alicia just did a loan at 2.25%. What are you being quoted at? 2.25%. Great. What are your closing costs? We don't know. Let me tell you right now, Valerie, Fausto, Claudia, that's a major red flag. You could end up at the end finding your closing costs are 15 grand when they should be 5. It could cost you $10,000. Interest rate is one part of the equation. It's interest rate, it's closing costs, it's a variety of things. And service, you can go to the 99-cent store and get the best price for a pair of underwear, 99 cents, but they may not be comfortable. You want Darcy, I made Darcy laugh. So here's the deal. It's called service. I mean, we've all been to Denny's. We've all had a Grand Slam. I'm still grossed out. I don't know how they train their waitresses. They're like, get a soppy wet rag. And right before they sit down, just go, and then it's like wet and icky. And you literally have to take the napkin and the spoon, and then you have to re-wipe and dry the table. Now, I haven't been to Denny's in the risk of sounding like snotty 10 years. But I remember you have to take the napkin and then the napkin's wet. It's so soppy wet. It's like they train their waitresses at Denny's how to make your table gross. And so service, it's not just interest rate and closing costs. So I said, look, you owe it to yourself to talk to Alicia. She's going to beat the socks off that interest rate. I'd be shocked if she didn't. And her closing costs will probably be at least $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 less. I'm telling you right now, even if it was only 3, if you were walking down the road right now and there was $3,000 cash laying on the sidewalk, nobody around, you don't even know who to give it to. Would you go, you look around, we try to return it to its rightful owner, but like, it's out in the parking lot. It's Christmas. There's this, you'd put it in your pocket. You wouldn't just kick ass. It's $3,000. I go, and here's the deal. You think, I feel bad. I go, here's the worst case scenario that Alicia gives you 2.25 and the closing costs are 7. Your client goes, your loan officer that you love, that's done 5 loans for you and done loans for your whole family, is going to, you know what? Yeah, I won't charge you $14,000. I'll drop it to 7. I'll match Alicia. Same thing. I just saved you $7,000. So you got to get a little radical, fanatical, because guess what? You're going to get stuck with a lender who doesn't return your call 2 weeks after close of escrow, and you will be miserable. And if the deal blows, you're not getting paid. And you just lost, John, how much, and I'm not saying they didn't try. I don't know the situation. Sometimes clients get the dumb award and they won't do what you ask them to do. But what's the sales price on that deal?
$413.
What's the commission? 2.5?
Yeah.
Like $10,000. And congratulations, you might not get $10,000 right before Christmas, which really sucks. And I'm not making fun of you. I'm going, we've all been there. It's stressful. So you better fight for whoever your lender is. Hopefully it's Alicia. And I go, so Fausto, is it okay if I connect you to Alicia? And Fausto, give me a thumbs up if it's okay. We're role playing. You're my client. Awesome. I'm going to call her right now. Boom. And then they're on the phone because I could give Foster the phone number. He ain't going to call. They don't call. Listen to me. They're not going to call. Why? I don't know. Why are men from Mars and women from Venus or whatever the book is? Why do you park in a driveway and drive in a parkway? I don't know why you park in a driveway and drive in a parkway. I don't know. Doesn't make sense, does it? So listen to me. You connect people. Let me get it right now. Oh, no. And I go, no, it's a second. I'm just going to make an introduction. I don't have time. You have 1 minute. And all of a sudden, oh, she's got a nice voice. And okay, we'll talk to Alicia. You need to be politely aggressive. People are looking for leaders. You must lead. I went way over the top on that, but I'm going to switch gears on you. Alicia, final comment, statement. You good? Anything you want to say? Thumbs up. You good? Okay. I'm going to switch gears on you. I prepared a few, what I call key salient points today to wrap up today's team meeting. And I really think you're going to love it. Number one, you, and I'm talking to you, Claudia. I'm talking to you, Valerie, Lori, Megan, John Jennings, Gary Ormsby. I'm talking to you. Listen to me. You get to choose what you focus on. You get to say it again. You should write that down. You get to choose are you focused on what's wrong in your life? Are you focused on your husband and all of his faults? Are you focused on your wife and all of her faults? Are you focused on your teenage son or daughter that are driving you crazy? Or are you just focusing on look outside. You guys, Darcy's driving right now. Darcy, give us a thumbs up. Is it not a beautiful day in Northern California? A little cold, but it's beautiful. I'm going to enjoy the blue sky. All right, Alicia's doing it. I'm going to do it too. Rip off the jacket. It's getting nicer. So here's the deal. It's a beautiful day. You know, you don't have COVID. You're not hooked up to a doggone breathing machine. I mean, think about what is good in your life. You're on here talking to me. This is awesome. You know, I don't know, but it's really important that you choose to focus on the right things in your life. You know, does that make sense? You go negative, or how about this? I'm going to help you. The feeling and the feeling about the feeling is self-sabotaging. I feel bad, and then I feel even worse because I feel bad. So how do you stop feeling bad? You got 3 seconds. Everyone write that down. 3-second rule. You get 3 seconds to feel bad. Sometimes credit thinks out. I get it. You get 3 seconds. Oh, this sucks. Okay, I'm done. You know, just end it. It doesn't, to be upset all day or for a week or a month. We've met people that look like they're sucking on lemons. You know, we've met people like that. Listen to me. Change your state. Go take a shower, jump in the pool, get in a spa, go for a run, walk out of your house, put on some music, change your state. I feel bad, and then I feel even worse because I'm feeling bad. You're focused on your feeling bad. Put on some music, your favorite music. Do something. Watch In Pursuit of Happiness, The Cinderella Man with Russell Crowe, Iron Will. I love Iron Will. Go watch a feel-good movie that makes you feel good about yourself. And then, you know, how do I put it? I wrote some things. Let me find the right thing. Where'd it go? Focus is power. It's a really big deal what you choose to focus on. I want you to focus on what's good in your life. It's the best time in history to be in business right now. This year, people made more money during COVID. And you're like, oh no, Biden's going to be the president. Or some of you are like, oh yes, Biden's going to be the president. I'm so excited. Awesome. If you're excited Biden's going to be the president, awesome. If you're depressed Biden's going to be the president, oh well. Doesn't really matter. You can't pass the buck and say 2021 is going to be terrible because the person I believe in politically didn't get elected. You know what? You were doing something during Obama, and you were doing something during Bush. You were doing something during Reagan. You were doing something during, you know, Trump. The presidents come and go. Take responsibility for your life. And so, you know, you can't fake authenticity. People will respond to it. They relate to it. And there will be opposition comes with success. People will say you're crazy. And then they'll say you're lucky, and then they'll call you for advice, and then they'll call you boss. Who wants to be a boss? And so, you know what? This one woman who was a Denny's waitress, it took her years of struggling, years of no. It took her 3 years to pitch L'Oreal. And they said, no, 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 for 3 years until they said yes. And they wired $1.2 billion cash into her bank account. Wasn't stock. It was just boop, like an ATM deposit, 1.2 billion. And then she convinced them to hire her to be the first woman CEO of L'Oreal Cosmetics, a French company, in 120 years. That is an awesome store. So many no's, department stores, no's for years. So many no's, QVC, no, 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 no. Then she got in department stores. She got so many no's on investment capital. She was 40 pounds overweight. She had investment capital Wall Street guys going, you're fat. And because you're fat, cosmetics isn't going to make it. And you know what? So many no's. Manufacturing, they wouldn't make her products the way she wanted. So many no's, 3 years of no's. You know what? Write this down. Write this down. Everybody struggles. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. You're not the only one who struggles in marriage. I was at marriage counseling at 7 a.m. this morning. It was awesome. We actually had a really good day today. But I want a great marriage. We're not in marriage counseling, things are bad. I have a good marriage right now. I want it to be great. And we're headed towards great. And you think, well, really? You just say you're going to say your marriage isn't great? I have a good marriage. I want it to be great. I have coaches for golf, coaches for my marriage. We talk about our kids. How do we deal with these teenagers? They're different. We have coaches for real estate. I have real estate coaches. I have a health coach, Pastor Francis, my old pastor. He just helped me lose 50 pounds. I have a coach. I talk to him every day. So how about you? Do you have a coach for your health? Do you have a coach for your spiritual life, your physical life, your mental life? Are you a John Maxwell person? You a 10X Grant Cardone? Are you Tony Robbins? What are you? Who are you just letting it happen to you? Are you dying to live or are you living to die? What's it gonna be? I tell you what, man, you need to realize everybody struggles. Don't think you're special. We all struggle. Some of you have this belief. Are you ready? Here's your belief. Write this down if you're taking notes or listen close. Success is something that happens to other people, not me. And let me tell you what, baby, you got 24 hours today. You could have the most amazing day today, or you could be overcome by today. You could do absolutely nothing. You could, man, I'm pounding the water. I'm following my program, just have my little bar. I feel fantastic. I have lists. Then I highlight what's important to me on this list, and I'm just going. And I'm loving people. I'm serving people. I'm trying to make a difference. And I'm excited. I don't have to do this anymore. I mean, the rev share this month, it looks like it'll topple of a shot at 600,000. That's kind of cool for monthly income. I don't have to be here anymore. I mean, I'm getting some crazy stuff's happening for us right now. I want to be here. I love what I do. And it's not work if you're passionate about it. I look at Valerie and Cindy and Darcy and John and Claudia. You guys love what you do. Alicia loves what she does. If you're in it for the money, it's shallow, it's hollow. I love to make money. Don't get me wrong. You need to be profitable. Don't get me wrong. I'm a capitalist, not a socialist. Don't get me wrong. And we're able to give more, do more, be more because we have it. But here's the deal. If you love your clients and you have their fiduciary. In other words, the commission's 2%, 1.5%. Am I going to try to maybe show them why they shouldn't buy it? Sure. But if it's the best home for it, if it really is the best home for them, I'm going to go sell them the home at 1.5% commission or 2%. I might firebomb that agent's house this weekend. Just kidding. But here's the deal. We have a fiduciary to our clients. And well, that's easy for you to say. No. How would we want people to treat us? Well, I'm not going to show them that home in Costa Madera because the commission is 1.5%, or God forbid it be 1% in Granite Bay. Thank heavens most of the commissions are unmute your mics. Are they 2.5 these days? I don't even know how to log into the MLS anymore.
2.5.
They're all 2.5. Some threes.
Yeah.
Good. So this is good. But what's a fiduciary? It means you really have your client's best interest at heart over your pocketbook. And let me tell you this. I believe God will reward you for what you do in secret. Because you could get rid of that 1%er, 1.5, 2. I'm not saying that you like, oh man, if there's some power lines, man, point them out. If the school district's bad, point it out. If there's some crime, I mean, I would be looking for crime. Like, get the crime report. Oh my God. I mean, you can just tell that's true. And then maybe hopefully they'll find a different home that's 2.5 or 3%. I don't know. But don't just say, no, I'm not going to do that because I'm only going to get 1%. You're thinking about you. God will reward you for what you do in private. It'll come back to you. You reap what you sow. Some of you, right? If you give love freely, everybody loves me. Adopt that mentality. Is that narcissistic? No, it's not. Self-loathing never changed the world. People who have hate for themselves. I'm not talking about you never met a mirror you didn't like, okay? Never saw a selfie, you didn't go, oh, baby, look at that. I'm talking about you got to love yourself. You got to care about you so you can care about others. People, you ever been around that person that make you feel special? They walk in the room, they brighten it up. You got to be cognizant when you walk into a room, what's the look on your face? You got 3 seconds to make a first impression. You never get a second chance at a first impression. Are you mentally prepared? Do you think Tiger Woods mentally prepares for he plays a golf game? I'm telling you, I'm like nobody. Sometimes I play every hole, all 18 holes before I step out onto the course. If I'm feeling really competitive, I'll play every hole in my mind. I'm going to hit it here. Ooh, here it's bad if you go too long. If you go right, you got no angle. And I know that's weird, but I'm just telling you, I'm not even a professional golfer. Those guys, they know every shot. They know what club they're going to hit. How about you? Do you just show up to a listing appointment and burp? Do you just show property and you're late and you're disorganized? Or are you guys are laughing because you're like, man, why can I say this? Because I've shown up late. I've like, you drive because I don't know where the hell I'm going because I'm not prepared. And I'm like winging it on the way there and I'm making, oh yeah, we'd like to see it when like, oh, about 15 minutes. You're like, oh yeah, I was trying to call you and you're hoping they're not there because you were not a professional. Be organized. Show up to a listing appointment. Do not have a fight with your spouse and then show up to a listing appointment and not reset. Put some music on, reset, pray, and change your state of mind, and then see yourself, visualize yourself going in there and those sellers falling in love with you. Visualize the entire listing process. Are you going to just go in and tell them what their home's worth? Are you going to tour the home? Couldn't possibly tell what your home's worth till I see the house. And then you're going to build rapport. They're going to build rapport. I'm going to do this and sit down. I'm going to go over my accomplishments and then I'm going to go over my marketing. And once I've established rapport and the fact that I'm a professional and an expert, then I'm going to tell them what their home's worth because I'll have credibility. They will usually invite you to the kitchen table or the dining room table and say, so what's our home worth? And you can't take the bait. You know why I know that? Because when I was new, I took that bait. Oh, your home's worth $870,000. They look at you and they go, son, girl, you're not from around here, are you? You're not educated on the promontory. You don't know much about Wexford, do you? And guess what? You are a boofer. They know it. And so you have to prepare. You're in it. Listen to me. Every day is the Super Bowl. Time's a speedster. It takes its toll. Every day is the Super Bowl. Super Bowl Sunday, people get one shot at a Super Bowl. It's 1/10 of 1/10 of 1/10 of 1/10 of 1% of the professional, and if ever even make it to the Super Bowl. And this is the day of their life, man. And they're like, I'm ripping them really. They're just like, this is it, man. And they show them in slow motion, walking on the field. They got the beats on. They're moving slow. If it's cold enough, it's in Buffalo. And then literally you'll see fog come out there, those 70s. I love the 70 NFL highlights. You see them, they're like bulls, like Brahmin bulls. And they're walking and they're like, and this is it. This is it, man. I got goosebumps right now. It's a Super Bowl. And how productive. They're going to play the game of their life. If they're a wide receiver, they'll be reaching for that ball, grabbing a one-handed catch, pulling it in and scoring the touchdown. If they're a linebacker, they're going to smash them when they come through. They're going to lay them out cold. They're going to crush the quarterback. But guess what? How old are you now? Time's the speedster. It takes its toll every day. It's a Super Bowl. How about you do your best today? How about today you just crush it for your family, for your kids? I have a stack of books. I have this on. It's all wobbling. So I took mine. Anyways, long story. But here's the deal. How about you crush it today? How about you make a list, you prioritize it, you go, if I do nothing else, these 1, 2, 3 items, if I get this done, I've had a successful day. And you get the hard stuff first. What's everyone do? They go get yogurt. Then they get a latte. And then they go chat with Barry Mathis because he's kind of fun to talk to. I love Barry. He's always at the office. And John and Valerie, who doesn't love John and Valerie? And then you talk to the girls at the front desk. And then you sit down and you do this and this. But did you call the $1 million listing lead you had? Did you call the clients who are and resolve a situation? And then like Cindy Silva's so good about calling me going, I got another one. I can't hear you. Have to, she has another one because she sells a lot of real estate. She's always got another one. I've never seen this. I remember my mom and dad. My dad's still here. Happy birthday, Pop. I love you. 85. But when I got into real estate, I called them 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 times a day. A day. Was you stupid? Is your son stupid? No, man, I was hustling. I was out there talking to people. And I remember my mom saying, you are wearing us out. Now, this is 25 years ago. I'll be 55 this year. 25 years ago. I was 30. I'll be 55. And they were a lot younger 25 years ago. They're like 100 now. They were 75 back then. Just kidding, Dad. Anyway, so 85. So they were 60. Man, that's just 5 years for me. Okay, I'll be 60. I think in March I get to eat on the senior discount at Denny's. Woohoo! I'm going to Denny's. Who wants to go with me? I'm going to order that deal. So I get an ARP card or whatever that is. I get all kinds of stuff because I can barely move. Anyways, so here's the deal. I've totally lost my train of thought. That's the deal. What was it? Oh, I was scrappy. I remember my mom saying, who could ask this many questions? Me, I want to know. I don't want to half-ass it. I want to do it right. And I have so much respect for all of you. But I can tell you the one I hear from the most is Cindy. I got another one. Call me. What happened now? Well, we were showing property and the sellers ran naked right through the house. And I'm just kidding. But she has these crazy stories. And she'll go, I'm not sure what to do or this or that. And I give her advice. And it's good advice, right, Cindy? Do I give you good advice? Yeah, good. Thank you for saying that. I mean, I'm not God. My advice isn't perfect, but I've got a lot of experience. Don't half-ass it. If you don't know the answer, I had a guy the other day say, he was a very successful Canadian agent out of Toronto. And he's like famous guy, 35 years in the business, training, written books, speaks for the National Women's Council of Realtors, keynote, national annual thing, galas. He's a big deal. And he says, well, can you tell me exactly what the productivity is of the average EXP agent? Like, do they sell on average 6.3 homes a year, 4.2 homes a year? I just said, I don't know, but I'll find out and get back to you. I'm all over that. I'm not going to pretend to know. I don't know the answer to that. Do not BS people. Do not say things. If you don't know, just admit it, make a note and get back to them and give them what the thing is. And I really got down with him. He read the ICA and it says, well, your EXP has the ability to use your name in their marketing. Like, hey, Valerie Jennings joined EXP. Everyone welcome Valerie Jennings. That's in our ICA. Well, he took it that they could take his name and just market it worldwide. That Brian Buffini, Joe Stump, Mike Ferry joined EXP, and then EXP would get a massive benefit off these. So he kind of took it a little wrong. And so I'm working with him on that. And then the other thing is something about training materials. And he's worried that he's written 4 books. He would lose it to EXP. So I'm getting Michael Valdez, because he's in Canada, to do an addendum to say you have 100% control of your name and 100% of all your training materials, and we're getting him into business. But he was hunkered down on some things, but you got to listen, ask questions. And so I just want to wrap up with a couple thoughts here today. Hunger is your greatest asset. I'm so excited for you guys because you're hungry. You want a different life. You want to make a difference. And that's where change is. Embrace change. The second you think you've arrived, you are getting passed by somebody else. Stay a student of life, a student of mortgage loans. That's why I always ask Alicia to train us and coach us. A student of real estate, a student of raising your kids. I've been to the parenting classes. What are you, dumb? No, I mean, it's not easy. I had to learn that when I had 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds to say, okay, we're going to go into Denny's now and get the Grand Slam breakfast, because we were poor back then. We used to go to Chevy's on Douglas 25 years ago and order 1 steak fajita and share it with all the kids, Kathy and I. We'd order an extra side of steak and keep sending them tortillas, and we would have 1 steak. I remember that clearly. I told her, we got to go back. It'll be fun. But so here's the deal. Why am I telling you about steak fajitas? I have a point there. Hunger is your greatest asset. Oh, shoot. Huh?
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry. I was going somewhere with that. What was it? I totally just lost it. Oh, well, it happens. But you need to redefine your goals, get total clarity, and get after it. You guys can do so much more than you think you can. You drive the car you expect to drive. You live in the home you expect to. Sometimes you just expect so little of yourself. I mean, it gets back down to this thing. We'll tie it up, put a bow on it, because it's Christmas. Success is something that happens to other people. I'm not Brent Gove. I'm not Cindy Silva. I'm not Darcy Stratton. I'm not Alicia. Yes, you are correct. You're you. Be you. Go all in. If people don't love you, that's on them. Adopt the attitude. Everybody loves me, and love people. And of course, not everybody's going to love you, and you're going to rub people the wrong way. I am not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not everybody's flavor. There are like engineers and real heavy duty, cerebral, analytical people. I tend to just push them away. I've had to learn how to change how I approach Glenn Sanford, because it's called emotional intelligence, not just IQ, but like, okay, he doesn't like it when I get all ramped up. I like the flow. That's my flow state. He didn't like it. He likes me to stay very organized and 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm very careful the way I address him. And so I just, passion is infectious. Be human. Go out there, be wildly successful. So what I'm going to tell you is this Tuesday, Brian Mayoral, you just caught him, talked to him. I'm buying 3 more tickets to UPW virtual in March. But please attend that. It'll be so good. You'll just love it. It'll be so good for you. But he is doing another training. Do we know the time on that? Have we put it out yet?
It's going out in the weekend email, but I'll post it right now.
Okay, so we're going to post it right now in the group chat. So if you missed it, we had 872 people show up. Who caught that? Who was on that would like to give a thumbs up? Was it? Can you unmute your mics? What'd you think? Was it worth your time? Was it good? No, John and Valerie, not so sure. I can't hear you, man.
I was gonna let Johnny talk, but then we were doing a courtesy party apparently.
That's good.
No, it was really good. It was one of those things where you kind of like the end of the year kind of need some more motivation sometimes to just stay on track. And no, it was really good to kind of see so many people on there too, just all getting pumped up at the same time. That was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
9:30 a.m.
Tuesday, 9. Are you sure it's 9:30?
That's what the invitation says. PST.
Let me look. Hold on. You got me double checking my schedule. Just seems I have it at 10.
Here's the registration.
Huh. We gotta double check that. Maybe I must have it wrong. Okay. So yeah, 9:30. So it's 9:30 a.m. this Tuesday. Here's what I would say to all of you. Take it again. He's talking about principles and concepts. Take it again. How many of you memorized everything and have owned everything he taught for 90 minutes last time? Me either. I'm going to be there again. But you have friends of yours at Coldwell Banker, Remax, Keller Williams, Realty One, you could invite on. It's not about EXP. It's about a fresh mindset for 221 and achievement. Invite them to hear one of the top trainers at Team Tony Robbins. Tony will not be there. He might pop in, but one of the top trainers for Tony Robbins, 9:30 a.m. to 11 this Tuesday. It is a complete repeat of what we did, and we'll have less. We'll probably just have 200, 300, 400 people show up. It won't be 872. Maybe we'll have another 800. I don't know. But make that note. Last thing, next Thursday, 1 week from today, it's our last team meeting of the year for the Brent Gove team, and I have Rebecca Chung coming from Team Tony Robbins, and she is going to give you an actual. I wasn't supposed to tell you, but I'm going to tell you. If you're there, for everyone who attends next Thursday, it starts at 10 a.m., same time as our team meeting. It's going to go for 2 hours. She's going to give you a business planning book from Tony himself, how he approaches the year. It's going to be different from anything you've ever seen. And Rebecca is my business mastery coach, business mastery 2. I paid $20,000 for the first one. And now the second one I paid 10, Kathy paid 8. I think we paid $18,000. And she's our coach. And so she is going to train just the Brent Gove team. There's just going to be like 14 of us on there, maybe 20 if we get some more of our agents to be on. But it's next Thursday, and we'll give you the link. It's got a special link from Team Tony Robbins, and I'm not going to invite anybody else other than XP, other than people that normally attend my Brent Gove team meeting. It'll be, and you're going to get to interact with her and to really focus in on some stuff. And so I'm excited to have you there. And I will show you one picture as we wrap this up, because I took it yesterday. Yesterday was my business planning day. And what that means is, come on, baby, there it is. We spent 7 hours with the whiteboard. John Jennings walked in, but if you look, there is just a ton of detail on that board about 2021. We spent 7 hours mapping out websites and systems and events and animal houses and what is it we want to do. We're creating the Century Club. We're going to meet in Napa in I think in February and again in July, and you'll hear about that. And we're doing stuff in Scottsdale for small meetings, and there's just, it was awesome. I'm so inspired. But I spent probably 5 hours on the plane coming back from the Caribbean the day before, pulling over pages and pages of notes from Tony Robbins. And then Kathy read all the notes too. And you got to reread. And so, yeah, I'm asking you to attend Brian's deal again Tuesday morning from 9:30 to 11. And yes, I'm asking you to attend next Thursday from 10 to noon, business planning specifically with Tony's workbook. You're not going to get it to the end because they don't want you so focused on the workbook. And it'll be digital. You'll have to print it out. But if you get it early and you print it out, you're just going to be flipping through the pages. We really want you present. And then at the end, we're going to give you Tony's workbook. You print it and then fill it all in. But show up to learn and to grow. Man, I went really long today. I'm sorry. I love you guys. Just fired up. Merry Christmas. Mwah. We did talk yesterday about trying to do a Brent Gove Christmas party, but of course you guys all know Sacramento County, Placer County shut down every restaurant, voodoo magic shelter in place, whatever. Do we do a New Year's Eve at the new building? I won't own it yet, but Barry's like, oh, we'll sneak in there with champagne. I'm like, oh my gosh, it is what it is. It's a little odd right now, but yes, Alicia.
Well, if Darcy can help me get clothes, we can have one at my new house, 6,000 square foot.
Wow, where's that? What city?
Lincoln.
Nice. Scott Madera, where? Out in the country. You're a horse girl, so it's out in the country, isn't it?
60 acres, actually. And
Nailed it.
In Garden Bar. So little
Love
bit
it, man. We can have a bonfire, ring in the new year, ride horses. Woohoo! All right. Well, that might be something fun we could all do on New Year's Eve. Thank you. So we'll get it close. All right, everyone. Love you. Have a great day. We'll see you Tuesday, 9:30 a.m. You'll get the link. And Thursday, 10 a.m. Have a good day. Bye, everyone.
Brent, will it be recorded on Tuesday?
Maybe. But the last one was recorded. And if you text me, I'll send you a copy of the last one.
Okay.
You can have it and watch it. And do we have the last one posted at the Brent Gove team
I'm still
page?
trying to get it from the link.
I have it. I have the link.
No, I got it, it didn't work.
Oh,
So I
we're
was-
working on it. We'll get it to you.